Hello, everybody. Welcome to a special episode number 20 of the Game Changers podcast. My name is Quinn, and it's a pleasure to have you here with me.
My name is Mahlon, and it's a pleasure to be here on this Game Changers podcast. I already know I'm the host of the Everything and Anything podcast, and it's a pleasure to be reaching out and talking on something that's not my platform.
This is a special episode, as I said. So, this is a collaboration between the Everything and Anything podcast and the Game Changers podcast. I always say that it's a great thing when collaborators or content creators rather collaborate. It's always a cool thing. Would you agree with me, Miller?
Of course, definitely. Whenever content creators collaborate, I think it's just, obviously it opens new doors for both of y'all. You know what I'm saying? So it's not benefiting one person, it's benefiting both the parties. So it's always good to do. It's always good to get into. Yeah.
Yeah, definitely. You can achieve so much more when you work together. They say, if you want to go fast, go alone. But if you want to go far, go together. So I think, we're going to go far this afternoon.
Definitely.
Yeah, man. So,
Yeah.
since this is Game Changers, I will start off with the questions. Bro, tell the people a little bit about yourself.
So, I consider myself a St. Lucian. As you can see, I got the flag on my wall, man. You know what I'm saying? Like I wasn't,
Yes.
I was raised in St. Lucia, and it's I now moved to the US about like 10 years ago for school. And right now I'm in college right now. I'm in my dorm room right now, and that's basically me right now. And I'm just last year of college, podcast. I also have a CMOS business that I also have going on. I make CMOS drinks, like fruit infused CMOS drinks. There's passion fruit, guava, soursop, stuff like that. I do make peanut, but I'm more into like fruit infused, the more healthier side of things.
Right.
That's another one of the things I do. It's called Maize Tropical Sea Moss, by the way. And with this podcast, that's another one of my things that I do. And honestly, that's me describing myself because those are a part of my life right now. Those are the things that make up my day and make up what I do right now, school and my businesses and stuff like that. But yeah, I'm go to school in Syracuse, New York, and I don't know. It's not much to tell you about myself, man. It's just yeah, yeah.
That's cool, man. That's cool. So, you sound like a very, how do I say it? I'm trying to look for the word here. Somebody who's passionate about, speaking to people and learning about the things that they do. Am I correct with that?
Of course, man. Yeah,
Cool.
definitely.
So how did you even get into this space? How did you even get into podcasting?
So honestly, it was about like was it? It was a year ago. Yes, sorry. Like it was a year ago. I was trying to remember exactly when it was, but it was a year ago where it was really supposed to be me and my friends doing a podcast together. So,
Right.
and then I was the one who set it up. So we have a studio on campus, like a real podcast studio. So and then we had access to it. So we went in there, we recorded the first episode, and I think I lost it. Like I have no idea where it is. Like literally lost the file. It's
Wow.
crazy. And then I I was still into it. We still recorded. There was another one we recorded at my other friend's house. I was just recording along, as I go. But mind you, that was a year ago. So they finally we came back from break. That was right before COVID hit. So we came
Right.
back from break, and then my friends got me like an Airbnb for my birthday or whatever, like right before school started. got me an Airbnb for the weekend.
Wow, that's
You
dope.
know, yeah. So yeah, we got lit, and like, why not? Let's record a podcast, and then it was like a freestyle. That's actually my first episode on like on my podcast list. The first episode is called Freestyle with the Boys. We recorded that, and that was a year ago. And I didn't record nothing. Like I didn't record nothing after that. Kind of like, we got sent home from school. COVID was going on. Like I was just home,
Right.
like in my house doing like Zoom classes and stuff like that. So I kind of like forgot about it, to be honest with you. But this summer, I mean, I'm a senior in college, and I do, I do things, but it's like you always wanted to do more, and it's like I always had Anchor downloaded onto my phone, and my podcast site. I always had it there, and I was like, okay, so what am I doing? Like my stuff has been on Spotify, Apple Music for a while now, and I'm like, you know what? Why not? So this summer, I got me a $40 mic. I got me some cheap headphones, and I just started recording. I just started recording. Honest, I just started to do it because I remember I liked
Yep.
doing it before, and I'm like, so why not start doing it again? So I just did it, and that's just something else I do. You know what I mean? Because I like to do things. I like to do things, especially I like to work for myself. That's the main thing about it, is working for myself, not having a boss. And plus it makes me happy. So that's really why I'm in this space, bro. It's cool that I have a platform where people could actually understand me and actually want to listen to me. But it's also cool to be doing something that you love. I was gonna ask you, how did you start? Yeah,
Oh well,
but
yeah, yeah. For me, it's basically the same way. It was just the right time. The circumstances were perfect. I found myself with time on my hands, and I said, you know, I had been scheming and planning to do this for a while, a long time, but I just didn't have the opportunity to start because
okay,
like my life was just very, very busy,
yeah,
and I just said, you know what? I have time on my hand. Let's just start this. So I started it, and I recorded the first episode. My first guest was a friend of mine,
okay,
and we just met together and we recorded the first episode, and it has been going on from here. So yeah, that's basically it.
yeah.
I've always been passionate about hearing people's stories and learning
Exactly.
from them. That is one of my whys for my platform, at least. What are some of your whys?
Honestly, some of my whys are. That's a good question. I it's so one of my big whys is like actually like put in my just put in information out there. You know what I mean?
Right.
If you never knew this, then now you know. You get what I'm saying for my listeners. For real, it's just put the information out there, and it's also to give other people a platform too, because I usually have a lot of guests um on my podcast. I also release songs on my podcast. My the first song I released was two of my friends from back home, my best friends from back home, and then my last episode was a song from one of my boys on campus. Which he actually makes music and stuff like that. So this was a song we recorded. He recorded freshman year, and that was another lost file in the producer's laptop. It was literally a lot of
Wow.
my stuff are just lost files. There are a couple of episodes that I recorded like this summer and like recently, but there are a couple of them where literally it's like we we always planned it, we always recorded it and stuff, but we just never got to like releasing it to the world and stuff like that. So yeah, that's really my why though. It's just like giving a platform to people. To be honest with you,
Yeah,
yeah,
me too. I find it pretty interesting that you said that because like you realize my platform, the name of my platform is Game Changers,
game changers. Yeah,
and the reason why it's called Game Changers is because it highlights young people who are changing the game, who are
exactly.
doing dope things. I think sometimes like society points out the bad things that young people do, and they don't really focus
Yeah.
on the good things that they are trying to accomplish. And this was a platform for that. So I resonate with you, man. Definitely.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah, for real. Because I feel like a lot of the platforms out there, like they they sometimes do give people a space to like I guess like talk, but it's like it's not much like people like us, like young people who don't really, who are just getting themselves out there. You know what I mean? Everybody else is like all they want is like a fast come up, basically. If you understand what I mean, you
Yeah,
know what I mean, like the fast fame, the fast this. Nah, man, it's slowly but surely. It's like, you know what I mean. It's gonna get there. Yeah, and that's really what I
sure,
believe.
for sure. Yeah,
For real.
it's this Instagram instant gratification generation, I always say that, a lot of
Yes.
times people just want, this instant fame or instant success, but it doesn't work that way.
It doesn't always go that way, man. It doesn't goes that way for a lot of people. I mean, we see it every day, but come on, bro, you really gotta make yourself look stupid
Yeah, man.
just for a few likes and a few other, like literally just I don't know. Yeah, it don't make no sense to me, and that's the generation we live in for, like for true though. Yeah,
Game Changers proudly supports Kids Health Creative, a publishing house encouraging children ages 4 to 12 to live healthy lifestyles, all while having good, clean fun. Get the latest book, Be Smart, at 10% off when you use promo code QuinnST at checkout. That's QUINNST at checkout. Get yours today. Hello, everybody. I hope you're enjoying the episode. This episode was made possible through a platform called Riverside FM. It's a platform that I've grown to love, and it really does justice to creators. Unlike Zoom or other platforms, it records content locally and then uploads it to the cloud, so you have a seamless video. If you are a creator and looking to get into this space, this is the platform for you. Click the link down below to get started today. Want access to all things Game Changers? Here's what to do. Visit our website at www.changers758.myshopify.com. Get access to the latest podcasts. Check out our weekly chess moves. Get yourself some neat merch, and so much more. We look forward to seeing you. Log on today. Yeah, bro. It's important. It's important that we as young people, build something. I also, that's another thing that inspired me to start this thing, because I see this as a stepping stone. Because for podcasts in general, podcasts don't have only one stream of income, or one stream of getting their message out either.
exactly.
I am on YouTube. I am on recently on Spotify, working on Google Podcasts as well. So there are multiple streams to get your message out, and multiple streams to get income in. And I use this as a base for that. What is your business model like? Because I mean, we all get into podcasts also to make profit as well. What is your business model like?
So I use Anchor, which is owned by Spotify.
Right.
And like when I first released the first episode that is on my list, I always had the app downloaded, like I said, and I used to check it once in a blue moon, and then I saw that, okay, oh, I'm making money on here, and like I said, Anchor is
Right.
all free. You know what I mean? So you don't have to pay to upload Um, it goes to Spotify, it goes to Apple Music, it goes to Google Podcasts, Amazon Play, like literally all of that. Like it just they distribute it for you. And but I was like, but then I realized I was making money on this, and the more I release, the more listeners I get, the more money I will make. And it's like, but the thing is that I'm this is also not something I do for profit. It's also something I do for fun.
Right, got you.
Yeah, most of the money that I get, which is not even much, is literally goes right back into the podcast. And so like I'm not even like with the subscription process. I don't think I will even do that until like I'm a few seasons in and people are actually like listening to my show. Like it's
Right,
really
right.
not a source of income for me, if you get what I'm saying.
Yeah,
It's something. Hopefully, it gets to the point where it's a source of income. We all hope that, but
yeah, yeah,
it's like, but for right now, it's not. But I still make a little bit of something off of it using Anchor, which is what I told you about. Like the last time we spoke, the first time we spoke, yeah, Anchor,
yeah,
yeah, bro, it's an amazing man. It's an amazing app. It's free, bro. So anything that's free, and you know what I mean.
yeah,
Yeah,
definitely. I did check it out. The only problem is, like many apps, um, payouts don't. Well, payouts are not available in the Caribbean, so that's a little bit of a struggle for me. Yeah,
oh,
I checked it out and it wasn't available. So, but I have other
even
platforms that I can use. Other
yeah,
platforms that I do use. I use Buzzsprout. The only thing about Buzzsprout, like I told you, if you have to pay,
yeah,
unless your episodes get deleted.
yes,
So
yeah,
yeah, I think that's a little bit messed up. But hey, we're in the Caribbean. We know that you have to do a little bit extra.
yeah.
So it is what it is.
But what do you mean? Like when you told me your episodes got deleted the last time, like what do you mean by that? Like, like the ones you record, like literally, like let's say your first couple of episodes are not on there anymore.
Oh, so okay. So this is how it goes. So you are on the free package.
Okay.
Your episodes are hosted there for 90 days. After the 90 days, they are completely deleted.
So
And if
you
you want
only
to
have.
put the
So
yeah,
sorry, I was
yeah,
just saying. So you only have 90 days for people to listen to your episode.
yes, on the free package.
Yes. Okay. Yeah.
Yeah. If you're paying, then they don't get deleted.
Yeah. Okay. Yeah.
But on the free package, they're there for 90 days and then they get deleted. Yeah. So
That's
that it's a bit ticklish.
yeah. It is.
Yeah, it's a
Yeah.
bit messed up, but you know, we have to do what we can do.
Bro, is it just Buzzsprout that works down there, or because I know there are a couple
I
others.
I believe so. I will double check, because there are so many of them now.
Yeah, yeah.
Um, but Buzzsprout is the one that I've found that actually pays out,
Okay.
and also it's one of the most popular one as well.
Yeah, yeah, yeah. It
So
is
yeah, I'll look into others, but that for
definitely.
now, this is where I host
Yeah,
the platform.
yeah, because that's crazy. Because when it was because Anchor just started. Anchor is a brand new platform. That's why too. Because they're now because video podcast literally just got to Anchor like
Right.
about
Oh, got you.
a couple months ago, bro. Before that, you couldn't have record video podcasts. Uploaded it through Anchor. You had to be a Spotify creator, like because yeah, Spotify has their own creators and stuff where you could you get paid through Spotify itself. You know what I'm saying? But Anchor is like a independent kind of thing. If you want to like like a mom and pop podcast kind of if you want to say it. Yeah, yeah, that's what Anchor is. But I have a question for you though.
Oh, cool.
What so what like what made you wanted to like start specifically a podcast to like I don't know, like why didn't you talk about like stories on your podcast? Like why is it like a place for, you know, like a platform basically, you know what I mean? Why did you
I
choose that?
Why did I choose this specific style of podcast? That
Yes.
what you're asking?
Yeah, yeah, well
Well,
basically, well, not style of podcast, but like your fault, like your like well, like because you have a niche, right? You give a
yes,
like you give a yeah you give a place where people talk. They come in and they talk about what they do, their accomplishments, and you know what I mean, what they do in life.
yes,
That's that's true. I don't have a niche. I release
right,
songs. I release interviews. I release whatever. I just release things for people to hear. What made you choose that specific style of podcasting and stuff? Yeah, and well, that yeah style, and also with Riverside too. Why did you choose virtual podcasting?
right. Great, two great questions. So I'll answer the first one first.
Okay.
So the first question that you ask, why this niche?
Yeah.
The reality is because I'm good at it. Honestly,
Okay.
because I'm good at asking people questions about their life
Yeah.
and learning from people. That
Nice.
is just is that simple. And also I believe that people want to hear successful people's stories,
Of course.
right? They know,
Hell
that's how people learn. They learn through the stories of other people. So that's why I did this. That's the first question.
yeah.
The second question, why Riverside? The honest answer to that is I don't have a studio setup.
Okay.
So yeah, I couldn't do an in-house podcast recording. So I had to look for an alternative. And Riverside is the best platform for that.
Definitely.
Initially, I was using Zoom. And the thing about Zoom is that it's not built for podcasts.
Yeah.
So sometimes, the internet might cut off and I would lose that segment of the podcast. So
Exactly.
I'll have to really cut down or edit around it or something like that. With Riverside, everything that I say and everything that my guest says is recorded.
Yeah.
It's recorded on their side of the platform and on my side of the platform. And it gets uploaded to the cloud together. So nothing's a loss. And
Yeah.
that was a major thing for me. And
Definitely.
also, Zoom does not provide, at least I don't think they do provide, like separate audio files. What like
Oh,
anybody
yeah.
is editing anything
Nice.
would tell you that that is an amazing thing. That is so much of a game changer
It is.
because I can take out some things that I didn't want in, or maybe like I'm speaking and something goes off in your background, so I can just cut away the noise from your background alone without messing with my audio. So that's
Exactly.
an amazing thing. So that's why I use Riverside.
Nice, nice. But I don't have a in-house studio setup neither, bro. Like I said, let me show
Right.
you my mic, bro. Let me show you my mic. I have a $40 mic, bro. $40, bro. It's literally a cool mic though. You know what I'm saying? Like
Yeah.
it has three switches right here, for
Mm-hmm.
different settings and stuff like that. I connect my headphones and I connect the power cable right here. $40. You know what I'm saying? It's called the Samsung mic. It's right here,
Well,
Samsung Go mic.
yeah, I see it.
Yeah, but bro, that's what I'm saying. I don't really have a studio set up neither, and that's kind of what the guy was telling me when I bought the mic. He was like, I commend you for like starting up your podcast because a lot of people come in here and buy setups like you have a professional like studio podcast
Right,
setup,
right.
and their content and their work is garbage, bro.
Right.
You know what I mean? Like it's all about how about it's not about I mean, I believe it's not about the equipment. You know what I mean? It's all about how you approach it. You know what I mean? But
Definitely.
yeah, that's kind of what I was getting at. It's not I mean, a $40 mic, cheap headphones, and I just did it, bro. I just did it. I borrowed this camera from my school, and now I'm doing like video podcasts and stuff like that. And that's really my mindset with this, just doing it. But I definitely I definitely hear you on the virtual side and why you did not want to do the in house, but still, though, I don't know. I feel like sometimes, I mean, so sometimes you just gotta do certain stuff,
Yeah,
man. Like, even though you don't have it, I don't know.
yeah, definitely.
Yeah.
Yeah, well, um, I think mine also is that when I started off, well, we were just coming out of the pandemic.
Mm.
So people weren't walking around
Well, you know,
like I wouldn't want somebody to come to my home necessarily.
yeah.
So, we kept things virtual. So still social distancing, but still having a conversation. So I think that was part of it as well.
Or, yeah, I definitely get that. I definitely get that part of it. Dude, and that's a big part of a lot of shows nowadays. A lot of them became virtual and online, but until yeah. But I
COVID.
definitely get that.
Yeah.
Yeah. And it's the
Yeah.
style of podcasting, man. That's why Riverside is there. You know what I mean? So
Exactly.
I was just asking, being the devil's advocate. Yeah.
Right.
Yeah.
Right. But that's a good question. That's a very good question. And I would encourage anybody listening to this to utilize Riverside. I always leave the link to Riverside down in the description. So remember to click it and subscribe to Riverside. It's a great place to record content if you want to get into this space, even if you don't have a guest. And I think Riverside, you can get up to like about 8 guests on one video, one recording.
Or
But this is a great platform. And unlike, like I said, Zoom earlier on, or other video platforms that you can record, when the audio or when the internet drops, your audio is not lost. Because at the end of the day, the people always say about 75% of a video is audio. Because if you cannot hear, I mean, you can't make sense of what you're seeing.
exactly.
So it's important to have audio, clean audio, one, and consistent audio.
Yeah.
And this is what this platform provides.
Yeah, because when that's like, that's such a fact because when I have to edit my audio and video, gotta get it so precise but it's way better though. It's way better because you could really
Yes,
adjust it to the way to like where you want it. You know what I mean? You don't have to just deal with it attached to the video and you cannot separate it and stuff like that. But that is true though. I definitely agree with that. I definitely agree
sure.
with that. Yeah.
Okay, so in terms of like maybe problems or struggles that you've had with podcasting, have you encountered any roadblocks along the way?
Um the the only roadblock that I really do encounter is like space. Is like actual like space on like my laptop or like
Oh,
my
okay.
phone. Like literally, like that's the only roadblock and just like I don't know, like being stupid, I guess, in like incompetence. Like I don't know, like for real, because the last time I was recording an episode and I needed to clear the hard drive on my camera to continue
Right.
recording because I literally used all the space on the hard. I don't have a big enough. I mean, like it was a SD card. Matter of fact, with the SD card, and
Okay, right,
that's the
right.
SD card I got with the camera, so I never got a bigger one where it could just record for a longer time, for like 2 hours or so. This one only
Cool.
recorded for an hour. Plug the SD card into my laptop to remove the episodes, and I'm dropping the episodes from the SD card back into the SD card, into the same SD card, thinking I put it onto my laptop. When I did that, I deleted it off the SD card, bro. And I mean, obviously, when you delete stuff, it's a whole process to get it back, bro. It was yeah.
Crazy. That's crazy.
I'm gonna get it
Yeah,
back though, but it was like those are the roadblocks. It's not nothing big or serious, but like just losing content, and that is the biggest roadblock. Matter of fact,
and that's painful. Huh? That's very
it
painful.
is. It, it
Very, very
is very
painful to lose
painful,
content.
bro. Yes, whatever it is, man, is very painful because you could never
Yeah,
redo it to the same, the same
never.
like level of excitement or originality that there was.
Yeah, definitely, definitely.
Yeah.
People always go, but you could re-record it. And I have
No,
to explain to them it's not the same. It's not the same. It's really not the same. If I can salvage that old content, I will do that instead of re-recording because it will never be the same. First of all,
never be
I'm
the
pissed
same.
that I lost the content that I had initially. And secondly, you know, when you go into something, you automatically have a lot of energy.
Exactly.
And then that energy would drop, obviously, because you have to do it again.
You feel sad
So,
already. You really
yeah,
feel sad. The energy's down already. So it's like, yeah.
yeah.
But what is your biggest roadblock?
Well, part of it is the same thing with you.
Okay.
Sometimes I'm incompetent and I don't do things properly. Like one time, my mic was attached to myself, but it was off. So I got audio, but I didn't get that like high quality audio.
Yeah.
So I had to go back and work on that audio again,
Yeah.
which took a lot of time, and it was still not the quality that a mic, like a actual mic, would give. So yeah, that is my roadblock. Also, like my laptop is, well, my personal laptop is terrible. Is
Okay.
terrible.
Yeah.
All right. I have it for a while now, and it acts like an old laptop. So in terms of recording, so I record on either my dad's laptop or my brother's laptop,
Okay.
and I would edit on my laptop still
Yeah.
because they would need their laptops to do their stuff. So I will record on their laptop and edit on mine. So yeah,
Yeah.
equipment can be a roadblock, as well as the numb-headedness, the incompetence from time to time.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. Yeah, the laptop part, I definitely understand that part that one is annoying. Like it's not something you could you could get across if you know what I mean, if you don't, if your laptop is slow. Like my laptop is slow sometimes, and I definitely understand where you're coming from with that point. Yeah, yeah.
Yeah,
But that's
definitely.
but yeah, man, we just gotta like that's the thing though. A lot of the times as podcasters, we have to like put a checklist. I usually have a checklist down for myself, like what I have to do for me before I start recording, what I have to do while I'm recording, and then what I have to do after I record. And once you do step by step, you shouldn't mess up. And whenever I have like a perfect episode, I always like follow my steps. And then whenever like I mess up, I'm like, damn, I didn't do this part of the step. I didn't, you know what I'm saying? I didn't do this part of the step. But it's good to like have your checklist and have your steps so you don't mess up because this is like I don't know, this is very valuable content we have here, man. Exactly. Yeah, definitely. Yeah.
We almost to the end of everything. The last part of Game Changers is always quick hitter questions. So
Okay.
questions we want you to answer as quick as possible, and
Gotcha.
they are light-hearted questions. So questions that will tell a bit about you as a person, more so Mahlon the person rather than Mahlon the podcaster.
Got
All
you.
right. So my first question, you could ask me back that question.
Okay.
First question: Apple or Android?
Apple, man. What about you?
All right. Well, I am Android. I prefer um I guess the interface of Android,
What?
and I prefer, yeah, I do. I really do.
That's
And I
crazy.
also prefer like the freedom of Android. I know Apple is very safe, and you can do things with Apple, but Android, as much as it's not as safe, I'd rather be free than safe. So that's why I like that. That's why I like
I,
Android.
I get that. You say you rather be free than safe. I get that. Oh, true. Yeah. No,
Yeah.
I'm an Apple fan to be honest with you. I don't know why. I kind of like the more simpler interface to be honest with you. Because
Okay.
I always compare like PS4 to Apple and Xbox to Android. You
Right.
know,
Right.
it's
Right.
more simpler. You know, I don't know. It's just the simpler interface. I don't. That's always my excuse. Because I have Apple everything, bro.
Got you. Got you.
Yeah.
I don't blame people for liking Apple. You know, there are good things with Apple, so I don't
They
blame them
know how
for
to
liking
make you
Apple.
spend. They know how to make you spend your money, bro.
Yes.
Like they're
Yes.
good at that.
Very good
Like
at
for
it.
real. Yeah.
All right. Cool. So Apple. All right. So my next question is: you're invited to dinner with three guests from history, and history could have been yesterday. Who are you taking with you, bro?
Three guests from history.
Yes.
Wait, at my table dinner that I could talk to?
Yes, that you can talk to.
Okay, okay. Honestly, I would like to have dinner with. Honestly, I would like to have dinner with. I haven't. That's wow, bro. I think wow. One of them, I think one of them got to be Bob Marley. I don't know why,
Cool.
but I
Yes.
always wanted to go to a Bob Marley concert, bro. You know what I'm saying? Like one of them got to be Bob Marley.
Mm-hmm.
Another one got to be LNG White, bro.
Okay,
Because
cool. Yes.
I mean, that's just from a sense of you know where I'm coming from with that.
Yes.
And then with the last one, and now I'm gonna say I don't really. I always say this one because I don't have someone specific, but like a world leader from back
Okay.
then, like Stalin or like I don't know, like like someone like that, like someone
During the World
who
War.
yeah. Even Hitler. I'm not even saying I support what they do, but I just
Yes.
wanna. But it's just these mindset of these people. Like, I want
Right.
like what were you even thinking?
Thinking, right? Yeah.
Yeah, because because you hear it in the news or whatever, or not in the news, but read it online. But is it
Right.
really true? You get what I'm saying?
Got you.
Yeah,
100%. That's a dope table, you know. It's a crazy table. You
it's a
know,
crazy
people
table,
free
but
all over the place, but
exactly.
that's pretty dope. You can have
What
a,
about
a
you
good
though?
conversation. What about
Because you
me?
got well for 1 second for that table, you have someone who you would say that people who consider evil. You have someone like LNG White, who's literally the definition of good, and you have
Yeah.
someone like Bob Marley who doesn't really care. You know what I mean? He's like in between both.
Yeah.
Yeah. But what about you though?
Okay, cool. So I've never been asked this question back. I always ask this question to people.
Okay.
Okay, but that's a good thing. So I'm stealing Bob Marley from your table for sure. I gotta have Bob Marley there because he was so inspirational. Not just his music,
Exactly.
but the type of person he was. So Bob Marley would be there. Um, I like to have dinner with Barack Obama,
Word. Okay.
and I'll probably take some more from the Bible, like maybe Paul from the Bible,
Oh man.
because
Yeah.
he saw so many things,
Yeah.
right? Yeah, and okay, well, between Paul or David, because David is my favorite Bible character,
No, Dave. Yeah.
and David would have stories, bro. Like
Exactly.
how did you kill that lion, bro? Or what was it like facing Goliath?
Yeah.
And,
For
and
real.
what was it like running away from Saul or something like that?
Yeah.
So
When
yeah,
you really think about it, David does really have some of the like, in a sense, some of the coolest stories in the Bible.
yes, yes,
For
definitely,
real. Yeah. But
yeah,
word, okay. I hear that. That's a nice. Those are some nice options. I
yeah,
see
for
why you would
sure,
pick David. Yeah.
for sure.
Barack Obama though, yeah, he's cool and whatnot, but I would not. I wouldn't have him on my.
I was
Why
gonna
would you
ask
want to
you
have
why.
Barack Obama there?
Why would I want to have him?
Yeah, at your table.
Because he was as as game changing as they come. because he was the
Facts.
first of his kind.
Facts.
Um, as much as he, in some circles, is very controversial,
Yeah.
I don't run away from controversy. I would like to see, why did you make certain decisions? And I don't agree with all the
Exactly.
decisions he made.
Yeah.
So I would ask him, why did you make so and so decision? And I also like to ask him, what was it like to be the first? Because I don't think I've been the first of anything. What
Exactly.
was it like to be the first at
I
that?
hear that.
So yeah, that's why I will have Barack on my table for
Nice.
sure.
Yeah, that's definitely a good reason. You know what I mean? And the knowledge you would get, man, would
Yeah,
be
man,
insane. Yeah. But
for
nice.
sure. Okay, bro, and my last question, final question for this interview, unless you have one for me. Who would you like to see on Game Changers?
Who would I like to see on Game Changers podcast?
Yes, yes,
Honestly, I um it's not I wouldn't say somebody specifically, but
right,
more like because I am a business person and I've been trying to learn more about business in St. Lucia
right.
specifically. You get what I'm saying?
Mm-hmm.
So, and I don't know if that's what you're into too, or if you know, or that's something you want to
It could
put
be somebody
into.
that's not Saint Lucian. I interviewed
Okay.
people outside of Saint Lucia.
Yeah,
Um,
I know. But what
yeah.
I'm saying is that because you asked me who I want to see, and like I've been trying to learn, like,
Oh,
because like
okay. I get what
honestly,
you're saying.
I have been trying to learn about the business in St. Lucia specifically. You get what I'm
Right,
saying?
right, right,
Because
right,
I mean, I want to kind of do business down there and stuff too, man. So I don't know, kind of like if you would get like I don't know like big business guys like people who are really successful and ask them how did they enter the market in St. Lucia,
right.
how did they like how did they the paperwork licenses all of those type of stuff, you know what I'm saying? Because
Yeah, for sure.
I did watch the one with Taj and that one was good.
Yes,
Yeah,
yes,
yeah, that one was real good, but I don't know, it's just like if it was like some I don't know like big names in St. Lucia, I don't know, and stuff like that. Because I know
for sure.
I know you do other people outside of St. Lucia, but that's just what I want to hear.
For sure. I understand that. It makes sense. You want to do business in St. Lucia, so you get business people in St. Lucia. That's a
Exactly.
that's a good thing. Definitely look for more of these guys. St. Lucia has so many amazing young people. I mean,
Exactly.
it's only when I started this process I really understood how much potential we have here. I know. I mean, we always say that, but it's only now that I really realize how much potential we have
It's
here.
a lot, bro. It's a
So
lot, man.
yeah, definitely, definitely, I will look forward to getting more of these type of guests, not just for you, but for me as well.
Yeah, of
Because
course. Yeah.
because I learn as well. I learn from all my interviews thus far. I have learned. So
Nice.
I learn for myself, and I learn. Well, I help others learn. All
Definitely.
right.
Yeah.
So that's the point of this platform.
Cool.
Okay, bro.
That's nice, bro.
I love this interview. I always love speaking to fellow creators. I definitely love speaking to fellow podcasters. So thank you for coming on with me, bro. I
Yeah.
wish you all the success with your podcast,
You
and I
too.
wish you all the success going forward in all your future endeavors.
Yes, sir. I appreciate that, man. You too. I wish the same on to you. Success and you know for all like for this from all for your last episode, this episode, and all of the future endeavors, man. You already know. And honestly, I appreciate you for having me on here. I appreciate you for just recognizing, somebody who's in the same field as you and somebody who's trying to do the same thing as you, man. I appreciate this so much, bro. And it's like I say, it's always good to collab and get yourself out there. And really do appreciate you like starting this conversation basically. You
Yes,
know what I mean?
yes,
Yeah. Because
for sure.
sometimes because I found it's crazy how I found your podcast like on the guy who made your cover,
Oh, yeah,
I
podcast
follow
cover.
him
Yes.
too. Your podcast cover, I follow him too.
Yes.
And he posted your cover, and I was like, no way! Like I know this face from
Right,
something.
right.
Like I went to it, and I'm like, no way! He has a podcast. I'm like, I just followed you, and then like from there. But yeah, man, I appreciate you. Like I said, I'm the host of the Everything and Anything podcast, Mahlon, and but this is the Game Changers podcast, and yeah, I appreciate being here, man.
Yes. So remember to like and subscribe for us Game Changers fans. And remember to follow Everything and Anything podcast as well.
Appreciate
All
it.
right? Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay, guys. Until next time, as I always say, stay hungry. Have yourself a blessed one. Bye bye.